Welcome back to Tomcat TV. Today, we will be watching. We will be watching Mr. Monk's Last Case, a Monk movie. So I don't know about you, but I am a massive fan of Monk. I've watched the series over multiple times. Tony Shalhoub as Adrian Monk is absolutely incredible. I love it from start to finish. I really honestly don't think there's a stinker for an episode among them. There are some that I obviously don't like as much as others, but overall it is absolutely a fantastic show, and I enjoy watching the whole thing through. So I'm really curious to see how this goes. I heard somebody saying this one was actually fairly dark, maybe a darker tone than the show does. So I'm really interested in getting into this. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm not going to waste too much more time. I'm going to go ahead and get right into this. But before I do, go ahead and please drop a like down below. Comment what you'd like me to see next. I think my wife and I are probably going to watch the Barbie movie, which isn't my first choice, but that's something she was wanting to watch, and I know obviously it's pretty popular right now. So, all right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into Mr. Monk's Last Case. Hey, this is how the original opened. Yeah.
The stove.
Over here. It's in the kitchen.
No, I mean my stove. I think I left it on.
It's okay. I turned all the knobs. The stove is
I wonder if
off.
Sharona shows up.
Of course, Sharona meant well. She had no way of knowing. My stove had already been recalled twice.
It was one of the longest relationships of my life, and certainly one of the happiest.
Oh, is he writing a memoir or something? And that's his real life wife.
I guess everyone remembers where they were when Kitchen King discontinued their deluxe 6-burner flat top. I'm sorry, I cannot publish this.
Maybe I need an editor.
You've had 5 editors and 2 ghostwriters. They all quit.
Really?
The last one changed his name and moved to Guam. I've talked to the lawyers. You're legally in breach. We need our advance back.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Molly's getting married in 6 weeks.
Molly?
Oh.
Trudy's daughter. I didn't even know about her until 12 years ago. It's all in the book. I mean, it will be in volume 2.
Is there something wrong with
When COVID hit, I was in pretty bad shape. Molly moved in with me. She never left my side.
Yeah, I didn't like the recasting of Molly. I heard they recast her. It makes me kind of sad.
For one thing.
Oh. Please don't.
Adrian? What are you doing?
Nothing.
You have to stop thinking about that.
But now they're taking the money back.
Yes. I know.
I'm just so.
Going down?
Wow, that's already hit me really hard. That's really... Monk has a way of doing that. It really does.
The wedding is off.
Excuse me?
A really good show could do that. It can make you honestly tear up in one moment and then laugh in the next. Actually, a good show for that was MASH. That was really good for that. I wonder why they recast Molly. Does anybody know? I'm not really sure.
For the 100th time. It's fine. You did us a favor. I always wanted a small wedding.
Oh, Molly, you don't have to say that.
It's true. Wow. Look at that. Everybody's you.
They're gonna hate it.
Everybody was so freaking obsessed at the time. So much sanitizer, so much... Oh, hey. Where was she?
You can't still be mad at me.
What was I supposed to do? Stephen transferred. I had to leave.
We've talked
Okay.
about this.
People commute.
From Atlanta?
Makes sense. The Navy guy.
I'm so glad you're here.
Say, I've missed you.
I have missed you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Monk. I missed you too. Oh. Randy. Hey, stranger.
I love Randy.
Hey.
pace your own sense her love. She had to stay and help with the baby.
I heard. And
Aw.
she's a dad. Congrats, Grandpa.
Step grandpa.
Okay. Let's see some pictures. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
After he solved Trudy's murder, he was doing better. I mean, you guys were there. He was functioning. He was functioning, more or less. But then the
You weren't there. You're not Molly.
And then he started taking those in-home rapid tests, and it was like an addiction. He was testing himself every 20 minutes.
Jeez.
I'm pretty sure that cocaine would have been a cheaper habit.
I like that they're adding that because that does sound really consistent with him.
What are you doing?
You'll thank me later. Knew that was coming.
Why would I thank you? I don't even know you.
You'll thank me for that, too.
Last night, he called me at 3 a.m. to say, I love you. Guess who he's interviewing today, right now?
Who?
I'm Rick Eden.
Rick Eden?
Rick Eden. Yep.
You know my story.
Richest man on earth.
Is he the victim? Is he getting murdered?
I know who you are. I listen every week.
Okay, he's Griffin.
Does he know that?
9,000.
Still holding? Still stable.
Wow. I don't know what that means, but that's pretty cool.
I've done my research on you, Griffin Briggs. Is it true that you once paraglided into an active volcano?
Well, it wasn't active that morning. I was hoping to talk about your late partner.
There was an investigation, Griffin.
Okay, so
It
he
was
is the
an
murderer.
accident.
He's definitely killing somebody.
We were in Barbados.
Who's getting killed, though?
He was scuba diving. He drowned.
Is it going to be Griffin? I hope not. That'd be kind of sad.
I've been hearing stories about the charter boat captain and some other local officials receiving money.
You should be careful, sport. Managing editor there was fired this morning. If you'd like it, the job is yours.
You're offering me a job?
Wow,
Your dream
that's
job.
called bribery.
600
Not
grand
just
a year,
threats, but
bonus
bribe.
and stock option. You'd rather have a Cuisinart?
If you're serious.
Yeah, I am.
I'll take the Cuisinart.
Most people don't know when they've made the biggest mistake of their lives. But you will. You'll go to your grave knowing.
Jeez. Oh, did he move? Or is it just a different setup?
That's your last refill. Do you want us to call Dr. Bell?
No. I only have a 20.
It's all right. Just get me next time.
There might not be a next time. I'll be going away for a while.
A lot of stuff. Oh, the medication. What are these? Are they antidepressants? What are they? I know that's one thing he talked about in the original, in the show, is that he refused medication.
Talking about your book.
Thank you for listening.
I'm patient A, aren't I?
Adrian, that information is confidential, so.
That's a yes.
I love him. He looks exactly the same.
And I'm patient B.
Adrian, the cases I described are actually composites of different people.
That's a yes. And I'm patient C. That was pretty obvious. At least I'm not patient D.
That's the only one that
He
was
is
him.
one sick puppy. Oh my God. I'm A through D.
I'm A through D.
You've been refilling your prescription. Lorazepam is a powerful sedative. It's to be taken as needed.
That's what I've been doing. As needed.
You haven't been hoarding them, have you?
No.
No.
Oh, so is that why he's keeping him? To try to take a lot of them? This movie is depressing as all get out. I like that about it because, like, you have the moments where they're like, hey, this person's successful, I'm successful, oh, we're great, hey, I'm marrying somebody really successful. Which is all well and good, but it's a little bit too easy. Huh.
So you're gonna do this? You're gonna bungee jump the day before our wedding?
Well, I have not missed a jump in 6 years.
They're sabotaging his bungee jump rope.
You just measured that.
You know what they say? Measure twice, cut once.
Who says that?
Everybody says that? Any word from Adrian?
No.
I'm wondering if somebody's gonna end up using his rope.
Yeah, love you.
I love you.
This is terrible. They brought this really
Stay
close
here?
to home. As far
Can't see
as
from here.
Exactly.
Molly Monk. Or not Molly Monk, but Molly. But they definitely did something to sabotage it for sure. This is terrible. That's terrible.
The cord was 6 feet too long. I must have measured wrong.
How do you know specifically 6 feet too long?
It's sacred ground, this park, the bridge. It's where I proposed to you.
You showed up at my door wearing one knee pad. That's what they call a clue.
I'll be with you soon.
Monk! Thank God.
Gosh, I hate hearing that. It's terrible.
I know. I know. Excuse me. Sorry. This is mine.
What do you mean it's yours?
It's his.
He brought it from home.
Can I use it?
I'm sorry. I don't make the rules.
But you
It's
do
yours.
make the rules.
Then no.
No.
Death by misadventure, it was unanimous.
That was no accident. He was murdered. You have to help me. When Trudy died, you never stopped looking.
Griffin voluntarily jumped off a bridge.
Not possible. He was so careful. He was obsessive about it.
Yeah, because he measured multiple times. So how would he replace the rope?
I have plans.
You have plans.
So you were here and there was a crowd.
About 30 people. And then a guy said the cord was 6 feet too long.
He said it was 6 feet too long. Are you sure?
I'll never forget it.
That's
Those
very
are his
specific.
exact word. How did he know exactly how long it was?
Oh, white nail polish. But only on these 2 fingers.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, maybe,
Remember, the catcher behind the plate had nail polish on these 2 fingers.
No, yeah. No, catchers do it so the pitchers can read the signal. He's right.
He made that jump twice a year. He knew exactly how long to make it. He measured it twice. We even joked about it.
Measure twice, cut once. This window is painted shut at some point, but the seal is broken. And somebody was here in the garage. They climbed through.
I don't see any footprints.
That wouldn't be. It rained on Tuesday.
I like that they're including so much Trudy. It's so funny, as I told a buddy of mine that Trudy was the first role I ever saw her in, even before Jan.
Griffin measured the cord himself.
You'll figure it out. It might take you a while, but I hope it does. I hope it takes you 10 years. I want you busy. I want you distracted. So you don't think about, you know.
Molly just ID'd it. She's 100%. His name's Lucas Kubrick. Guy works for Rick Eden.
Yeah, I was thinking originally when I was like, oh, okay, so it's just plain old sabotage. It's not going to be like a mystery of like how they did the murder, because I mean, usually in Monk, you know who the killer is for the most part.
You know, there was a singer, Randy Disher, the Randy Disher Project.
Yeah, that's me. That was him. I mean,
What?
I am him.
I don't need a band to tell me wrong from right.
That's hilarious. I just watched that episode, actually. The dentist.
Our chief of security, he's like obsessed with you.
Stottlemyre.
I don't need a badge to tell me wrong from right. Working up there and working for the...
Oh, they're messing with him.
Look at us. It's a whole new world, right?
Not to me.
Should have jumped ship 20 years ago. I'm making twice the salary, plus my pension, plus the perks are amazing. It's like I won the lottery.
That's awesome.
Except the guy's a murderer.
Don't believe everything you read about the guy. He's good people. You'll see.
I cannot tell you what an honor it is to have the great Adrian Monk in my house, solving a major case every week.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it alone. Maybe I could have, but it would have taken a lot longer.
For the record, Rick is seeing you as a courtesy to me.
Molly Evans said that you threatened him.
No, I don't threaten people.
Do you know him?
No, should I know him? I can hardly be expected to recognize every delivery man on the payroll. So.
Delivery man, he knew. He didn't say delivery man.
When Mr. Truesmith drowned, you inherited his half of the company. It's a pretty strong motive.
According to Griffin...
I understand there was a story about me in the Times just this morning.
Yes, I read it.
And do you think they did me justice?
Do you deserve justice?
Huh.
Excuse me, Monk. Can I talk to you for a second? You just accused Rick Eden of orchestrating his murder. Why? Because he couldn't recognize one of his delivery drivers?
How did he know Lucas Kubrick was a delivery driver? I didn't tell him.
Well, it's a pretty safe bet. Most of his employees are.
Actually, it's less than 30%. Death of Socrates. Is that the original?
I'm sure it is.
What do you think hemlock tastes like?
Oh gosh.
Visitor.
This one is yours. It's a permanent pass. That's because we want you back here, Adrian, consulting for us.
I wish I could. Here's the thing. I have plans.
Again with the plants? He never goes anywhere.
I'd still like to talk to him.
Unfortunately, that door has been closed. He lawyered up this morning.
What does that tell you?
Tells me he doesn't like talking to cops.
Accidents happen.
It wasn't an accident.
Oh gosh. That's never a good sign. Out of Legos.
Yesterday, so it wasn't the cord.
I have a theory.
Someone lowered the bridge.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, all you had to do was replace these four.
Oh my gosh. I don't feel like Randy was ever this stupid. That is just too far.
It's a perfect crime. Well, they have the technology. Billionaires lower bridges all the time.
Okay, now that is very much Randy. That is something that always confused me about the finale, is how he beat police captain in New Jersey.
See his watch? It's a $20,000 watch. He gave it to me.
I should really return that. It's probably costing me a fortune.
Ooh. I think I know how they did it. I have a theory.
His wedding vows.
Oh.
Really? I will nurture your dreams. Can you just...
I will take your hand when it's dark, and I will take your hand when it's not dark. And if God chooses, I shall but love thee better after death.
This is really well done. And this is totally, you know what? I see what it is.
I have other jackets.
That's funny. It's going to be a motivation for him to stick around because she needs him. He can't leave her right now. Oh, he's dead.
You tell me. Well, I'll figure out a way to deal with Adrian Monk.
Hey, Brian, camera seat. Bump it up here.
Yes, sir. Isn't that the boss?
Yep.
I love Stottlemyre.
So it was the first appointment you've ever missed.
I got mixed up. I forgot what day it was.
You forgot what day it was. You know, I have another patient. His name is Adrian Monk. You look a lot like him.
Ooh. I really want to see Harold Crimslaw. Because they're friends at this point, right?
Like riding a bicycle.
Good. Good, I'm glad to hear that.
I mean, it's terrifying. Do I really suspect this man? Or am I just saying I do to make Molly happy? Or is it because it's important to Trudy?
You've been talking to Trudy?
We're out of time.
We're not out of time.
What I meant was...
Is Trudy here?
I'm okay.
It's not for you.
Dr. Bell?
I have something to tell you.
You retired?
I retired 2 months ago. You're the only patient I have. I love you, Adrian.
Wow.
I love you too.
Gosh, this movie. Jeez. It's brutal.
You're a remarkable man.
All right.
Well, how many homicides have you solved? 120?
140. What good has it done? At the end of the day, what difference have I made? It's like I was never here.
Adrian?
Local animal shelter threatened.
This is the Canine Liberation Front. Your shelter is a death camp. Blood will flow.
You said you might know who's sending them?
I'm sure I do. Definitely Rick Eden.
The gazillionaire? Why would somebody like Rick Eden? Why would anybody pick on us?
What?
We're one of the best shelters.
Arrange. He likes to arrange his cage.
Mr. Monk, he's you.
He's even got the curly hair.
Thank you.
You should adopt him. You could take care of each other.
I can't have a dog.
Why not?
Because I only have one bowl.
What does that mean? Just buy another bowl.
Remember the dog he got before he really liked?
Besides, he doesn't want to be rescued. They'd be doing him a favor. He's alone. No one's going to miss him. He's had enough.
Oh,
I was getting so tired.
I love you.
No. He's saying, by all that's holy, let me go.
Good grief. This is
Thank you for your time.
brutal. Jeez.
Mustn't give up hope.
Anyways, I want to say my theory is that they messed with his measuring tape or whatever he used to measure. And that's how,
Don't listen to her. You give up all the hope you want.
Gosh.
Rick Eden may be a lot of things, but he's no.
Is that him?
No.
Delivery truck driver?
Lucas Kubrick.
So this must be his route.
Oh, he is good. He's very good.
What does that mean?
Lucas Kubrick is a loose end. He knows too much. Here's what happened. Here's what's about to happen. Then he sent them 2 or 3 anonymous letters, threatening letters. Then he sends a bomb. He probably mailed it yesterday. I'll bet he's tracking it right now.
As soon as it hits the animal shelter, it's going to explode and kill
He's going to detonate it early before
Stanley
it
or
gets
whatever.
delivered.
Okay.
I get it. I have to warn him. There's a bomb in that truck. Turn around.
But you can't get close to it, because then what if he detonates it and blows you up?
What are you doing?
It's called a 3-point turn.
Natalie. Oh my God.
Driving test 4 times.
Natalie, there's a bomb.
I know there's a bomb. You're not talking. You're not helping. We should leave a note.
Natalie.
She hit like 3 different cars.
That's a bomb. It's a bomb. That's a bomb. It's a bomb.
Oh no! Oh gosh!
Over here!
Oh my God! Mr. Monk, are you okay? Where are you hurt?
Tell me
Let me amputate.
You have to amputate.
No choice. Jesus. Oh God.
Where are your shoes?
I buried them.
You were right about Rick Eden. He is definitely the guy. He met with Kubrick this morning at the launch site. I clocked it myself. I figured I'd hang out long enough to help you nail the son of a bitch. What you need is his laptop. It's where all the digital bodies are buried. Just sneak in, go upstairs, grab the laptop, nobody will notice.
Wait. Why me?
I gotta be on site at mission control until the launch. Don't worry about that, I'll get you in.
Oh boy. That's one way to get yourself fired. Stop there.
Fly me to the moon and let me
Play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words... Okay, the way she's singing is throwing me off. Nice. Oh my goodness.
I love you.
I'm just gonna say I do not like her cover. You'll thank me later.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
You'll thank me later.
Did you find the laptop?
I haven't had a chance.
He's on the phone.
You just tell him you're taking a little break. Just do it. Yeah, I think I may be up there a little longer than I planned.
Find your own astronaut.
Mr. Monk, aren't you a bit old to be doing this kind of thing? It is important to me that you are retired.
I'm sure it is.
If I press this key here, you will be worth $1 billion. You'll be the 12th richest man in California.
Dang.
You think money can buy anything?
It can.
Didn't buy Griffin.
You could live forever.
Live forever.
That's not the way to convince
You
him.
really are a monster.
Last week, I met with your old pal, Griffin Briggs. And he turned me down. So I killed him.
You're admitting it.
Why should I deny it? You and I both know it to be true, so...
This is awesome.
Okay, you win. I'll take it.
Is he gone? Did he take the computer? He took the computer, didn't he? Yeah. Awesome. I love the killers in Monk that are so brazen. I love it. They're so good. Oh, jeez. Those harpoon guns, they're actually not very deadly above water, I think. Actually, I think it depends on the type of harpoon gun. He's literally going to light up his position, isn't he? He's his own worst enemy. He really is. Oh, goodness. Shut off the rest of the lights. Just do that. Just... He can't. Oh gosh, just turn off the other switches. Just do that. Oh jeez.
Adrian. Put it down. I don't suppose I could convince you to jump, could I?
Not tonight. Not yet.
They wouldn't kill him off like that. There's no way. He survived 100%. If he didn't, I'm gonna cry.
Is it him? Yes, yes. Okay, it's him.
He used it as a flotation device. Oh goodness.
I want you to quit the case.
Molly, he's the guy. He told me. He did it.
He actually said that. He wins. It was a perfect murder.
You could live with that?
I'll learn to live with it.
Trying to protect him.
Just got a job offer in New York. Come with me.
He'll come with her.
I can't. Because I love you.
In a sky streaked with gray.
We really do more Randy Newman.
You and I think it's going to rain.
Julie, almost all is forgiven. I know he's not going to, because he's got to solve it. He's got to solve it. Oh.
May we ask, when is the funeral?
Oh, he hasn't actually passed yet.
Ah, 100% airtight.
Yes, he'd like that.
Identical caskets for identical twins.
What's the point of having them twins? There's some significance for sure.
Your head
because I know he's not.
Smaller by 1/4 of an inch.
My gosh, what the heck has happened? Measuring tape, that's what I'm saying. That's gonna be it. I was right. I love this actor. He's in so many things. He's a great comedic actor.
Did I even look in your eyes and then I can see the whole thing in one frame? What are you smiling about?
AC, domain B.
Activating flight recorders.
Where do you get the squeegee? You bring that from home too?
We're hearing reports of police activity in and around the control room.
There are some police officers here. They have a warrant for your arrest.
Stuttlemeyer.
You can take care of that.
Hey, boss. This is a bad time. I want to introduce you to Captain Lisa Rudner, Homicide Division.
Mr. Eden, we have a warrant for your arrest for 2 counts felony murder, special circumstances.
Oh, and by the way,
Attempted murder.
I'm quitting. And I'm keeping the watch.
And from here, it looks like he was washing the windows of the capsule with a squeegee?
Yeah, he's probably not thinking straight. He's afraid of heights.
He's very persnickety.
Germs, heights, snakes, needles, Neil Diamond,
Neil
birds,
Diamond.
Puppets, soccer riots.
Milk. Where's milk?
Puppets.
There's milk.
How could that cord be 6 feet too long? Griffin measured it himself. I don't do well in confined spaces. Don't touch that. All right, that's
Oh gosh, tell me he's not gonna set up a freaking rocket.
It was never about the bungee cord. It was about this.
And they never retrieved it.
His tape measure. This was the murder weapon. Here's what happened. You had Kubrick make another tape measure. It was identical to the one Griffin used. There was only one difference. Every inch was slightly longer, just a fraction of a millimeter.
That way
Not
it would be
enough for
almost impossible to
anyone
notice.
After that, it was easy.
That's awesome.
He never had a chance. He never had a chance.
I think this mission has been scrubbed.
I'd say the next 40 years of your life have been scrubbed.
$1 billion. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about my wife. Molly was her baby. You broke her baby's heart.
I guess I'm retired again.
There's an opening in New Jersey. I'm looking for a deputy.
In New Jersey.
Wait. I'm not alone.
Hello, Adrian. I just wanted to say thank you. When I couldn't speak for myself, you spoke for me.
They're murder victims of cases you solved.
I want to pause this and look. See how many I might recognize.
You were all we had.
You never quit.
I need to look because if these are people from past murders, it's hard for me to remember because time has gone by so fast.
I don't remember you.
I'm still in the freezer. I'm waiting for you, Mr. Monk.
There you are. You okay?
I just had to clear my head. Beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day. I found this in your other jacket.
Oh.
And I thought maybe you could swing by the precinct, see if the new captain might need any help.
I feel like the Asian one I might recognize. Tell me if you guys know exactly who it was of the people who he saved or that he found justice for. If they are actually people from the show. Watson. Oh, got up the dog. Oh boy. Oh, Watson. I get it. That's really good. That is really good. Do 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 do. I'm just gonna play. Gosh, that was a lot. That was so heavy. Gosh dang it. Jeez, guys, sorry for getting so emotional. I'm not nearly that bad normally, but something about Monk does it to me. It really does. I remember watching the final episode of Monk for the first time, and it freaking destroyed me every dang time. Every time I watch it, actually, it just kind of, it gets to me. Man. But I just... I don't know what to say. I had a few thoughts. I'm conflicted. I'm happy that I predicted that I actually figured out that it had to do with the tape measure. I figured that out pretty early, actually, even before I even mentioned it. Even before I mentioned that I had a theory, I kind of thought that might be the case. That was the only thing I could think of. Also, maybe like kind of just a plot hole. I feel like if you're a bungee jumper, explain to me, because I'm not a bungee jumper. I'm not really a daredevil type. I don't like heights personally. I'm not like phobic, like Monk phobic. Like I can get up on high places, and I kind of like the feeling that it gives me that sort of like anxiety, you know, as long as nobody's behind me, even somebody that I trust. But I feel like if there's an extra 6 feet on your bungee cord, you probably know that, especially if you've done that twice a year. Maybe not. I mean, maybe honestly he might have, because he measured it so many times, he might have thought nothing of it. You know what I mean? He was like, well, I measured it twice. Maybe it's just a weird one. But I feel like I wonder almost whether it's something to where, again, if you are people who do consistent measurements like that, if that's something that you guys would have recognized. But man, yeah, that was so emotional. I did not expect it to be about his mental illness. And you know what? I mean, in that way, because Monk has been on suicide watch before, right? They've taken away his shoelaces and knives and stuff like that whenever they've been concerned about a potential for suicide. I can't remember the exact episode. I remember when that happened. And I remember it being really depressing. And then of course he comes out of it. And you know what's so crazy is by the end of the series, you know, you're like, oh, Monk's doing, you know, he's doing good. I mean, he's not ever going to be 100%, but he's doing good. He's happy. He has Molly. But I didn't even think about the fact that Natalie would probably end up having to leave because of Steven. He's in the Navy, and obviously he's going to get transferred at some point. I mean, that's just kind of a given. That's just going to happen. And then, of course, Randy's gone, which makes sense. Leland, I mean, again, he was old. Stottlemyre, he was already... so it makes sense eventually. I mean, not old, but he was going to retire eventually, so obviously he's going to get out of the game. So I think just everything just hit. And then Molly's getting married, so everything is just kind of hitting all at once, right? For Monk. So that's why he's depressed, is because he doesn't handle change well, obviously. So you have Natalie being gone, so he doesn't have her to lean on. Randy's obviously been gone. He was okay with that. Stottlemyre, he's gone. He didn't even know what his new job is because he just wasn't dealing with him on a daily basis, which I'm honestly not sure what I think about that, because I almost feel like they would interact a lot more than that, him and Monk, because Monk is like his best friend. As much as he can't relate to him as much as he does other people. And maybe they grew apart because he was spending so much time with Molly, possibly. But regardless, he doesn't have him in his life nearly as much as he used to. And then Molly is getting married, right? And then that's going to have a lack of less dependence on him. And I swear, like when she said she was going to be moving to New York, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. He'll go with her. It'll be new. He'll start solving crimes in New York or something. But also, doesn't make sense for him to be in New York, especially not New York City, because that is really crowded and that is very new. So he probably wouldn't like that either. And I loved his line about, I won't go with you because I love you. And the idea of, I'm not going to put that, as much as she loves him and cares about him, wants to have him around and, you know, needs him as something to where he knows that's just a huge burden on somebody. And I like that, you know, actually at this point, Monk has grown. Actually, that's what's so good about this, is because in the end, he makes growth. It's not just about getting that closure about Trudy, right? Which I mean, I love. Obviously, the finale of Monk is amazing. Getting that closure about Trudy is very, very well deserved and needed. But what's really important about this one is that he actually is grown. He has grown. Like he still obviously has his problems with, you know, dog poop and all that stuff. He's got his phobias and stuff. But at this point, it's not about, hey, I can't find Trudy's killer, so that means I'm going to find all these other killers. It's about justice for those people. Whenever before, I think there was maybe a heavy amount of focusing on self, obviously. And I think that he's actually grown going from the end of the show to here. Is that he's growing because he doesn't feel like he doesn't have to have a crutch in order to be functioning. Which, I mean, the crutch, like, being other people, right? Belle's, and that's another thing. I mean, he had Belle this entire time, but he's a psychiatrist, and Belle being retired was actually shocking for me, that he loves Adrian and he kept talking to him even though he was still retired. technically. That's amazing. Man, gosh, I really liked it. I really, really liked it. It was really sad just because I don't like seeing Monk all down like that. And the fact that he was trucking towards that. Man. The whole twin thing was kind of funny. Especially since I know that guy's not a twin. I thought that was kind of interesting that they decided to use him as a twin whenever, at least I don't think so. I've seen him in various different things. What's actually funny is, I don't know if any of you will remember this, I'm sure you will. First off, he's in Scrubs. Like, he's the hypochondriac. Love Scrubs. Watched that show multiple times. Psych, my favorite show of all time. He's in that, which he's in the From Earth to Starbucks episode. He plays an astronomer, actually, and no, I'm not going to spoil the episode, obviously, but he's in that. And also, he is the voice to Tuttle in American Dad, which is hysterical. So, which I've been watching again as well. But anyways, I genuinely think, gosh, I didn't think you could get a better ending for Adrian Monk than the end of the show. And as much as that is a sad ending, you know, a lot of it is sad because nobody's together anymore. Everybody's gone. Stottlemeyer's doing his own thing, which honestly, maybe he's fully retired at this point. I don't know. Maybe he's fully retired and he's, you know, I don't know. Maybe he's able to spend a little more time with Monk at this point. Maybe he starts consulting with Monk a little bit. I don't know. That wouldn't work because then he's just like Monk's assistant, basically. Anyways, bottom line is I really, really liked that. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a very well told story. I think the solve for it obviously was a little predictable. The most surprising thing was the reason for the letters to the dog grooming area, I think. And actually, I'll say that I'll change that. The most surprising thing was Monk's mental state in this. I was not expecting that. And I don't know why. What's wrong with me? I don't know why I didn't expect to get that emotional, because, and actually I will say a downside here. I didn't like the whole like I like the stuff about Randy being a grandpa, step grandpa, as he said. I thought that was awesome. The idea Benji is married and has a kid. I love that. And I could totally see Sharon as a grandma. I'm just saying, which is kind of funny. I just feel like I can picture it. I wish we would have gotten a little bit more of an update on Julie, actually. That would have been interesting to hear. I always liked Julie a lot as a character. She's probably doing OnlyFans or something. I'm joking. That's a joke. Anyways. What I didn't like is it was like Molly somehow is dating this like huge celebrity. I guess he's a journalist and she was going to journalism school like Trudy. So I guess that's how she met him. Okay, so that would make sense. But you know those things where they have like reunions of shows like years down the line and they're like, what are you up to? Oh, well, I invented an app that invents apps or something like that, you know? That type of stuff does get kind of annoying, but it didn't really matter because even if that stuff was in there, even if it was just a little like maybe unrealistic, or of course this person's, oh, I heard you were doing this. Oh, everybody's excelling in their field that they're choosing to be in, you know? It didn't matter because Monk was the focus of that, you know? It was great to hear that every one of them are doing well, but at that point, I think it was contrasted by Monk not doing well. Right. And I like that him and Molly also now, even though that was terrible for her, they're more kindred spirits. They can understand each other a little bit better. She can understand him. I mean, obviously she lost her mother, but she never even knew her. So it's not as, I mean, it's obviously a massive loss, but it's not as big of a loss as losing your spouse. As far as, especially somebody you've been with and known and depended on in that way, and that loved you regardless of your faults, has a massive loss. Man, I just think it was really well written. I think it was really well written. It was really interesting. I like the villain. I thought the villain was great. I've seen him. I remember what I saw him from is from The Following. I didn't watch much of that show. I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. I remember finding it really interesting as a concept. And actually, for those of you who don't know, I'm a big Scream fan. I think it was Kevin Williamson actually was one of the main writers behind The Following, and he based it off of what his original, I think, Scream 3 script was going to be, which was a group of people in a cult of like ghost faces doing the killing, a group of teenagers, and the reason why they didn't is because of Columbine, which is always an interesting movie fact. You know, they actually switched the script on that one because of Columbine. But anyways, back on Monk. Monk is really good though. I'm in the 5th season. I'm gonna keep watching through them again because I always obviously love the show. It's a classic. But man, that is really good. I have not teared up like that, got that emotional in a movie in a long time. Sure are gonna miss me when I'm gone. Right? That got me. I remember that in the show. Anyways, I think I gotta be done. I gotta go to bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming and watching this, even if it's not a classic movie. It's something to where Monk is something that I've always loved, and I'm really happy that I got to watch this, and I'll be able to relive my reaction to this movie again whenever I want. You know, that's something I love about doing this channel is, you know, I might watch a lot of this stuff for you guys and enjoy those things that I watch for you guys, but this was really one that's for me. Even if not many people watch it, I'm really happy I watched it on my channel. But thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more like this. I will do stuff like this every once in a while, things that I just love. Like, you know, Psych again. When another movie of that comes out, maybe I'll watch it on the channel too, even if some of you guys won't care. It's something that I love, and it's something I want to experience. So I really do, like I said, I do appreciate all the patience you've shown for me there. And like I said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below if you want to see more like this. If you enjoyed the Monk movie, let me know what you think of the Monk movie. If you have any complaints or upsides, downsides, if you predicted the solve to the crime as well as just like I did, feel free to comment that down below. And also, if you're looking for something to keep you awake whenever you're trying to do anything, work, whatever, check out Dubby. Dubby's really good. No jitters. I found the other day I drank a Monster again. It hadn't in a while, and I forgot what it's like to actually get jittery from an energy drink, and to the fact that it like puts you to sleep after it wears off. Dubby does not do that. Definitely check them out. It's really good. Link in the description. Code Tomcat for 10% off at checkout. Really, really good. At least take care of that shipping and handling, right? So check them out. Really cool cups. They have a sampler kit, so check that out. But again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and like I said before, you sure are gonna miss me when I'm gone. Peace out.